Thank you, Professor Strauss. Now we'd like to move on to the judicial address and also the state oath. It's again my honor to introduce an alum from the class of 1985 who had extensive civil litigation practice, was Inspector General of the LAPD, went on to be a municipal court judge, and currently is a Superior Court judge, Judge Deirdre E.
New professor when I was just here, and I remember him well in that regard. I think it was evidence you were teaching. I'm not sure what grade I got, but he invited me back nonetheless. And this room reminds me of, I was very much involved in the Student Bar Association, and we had a wonderful class of our gatherings in this room many times. So it's wonderful to be back home here. And I remember, and I think of studying for the bar, and I think I see those little plugs in some of your ears still that you must have had during those days then. I, for one, did not pass the bar on the first time. And it was my first major failure in my life. My family stood by me, and your families are here proud of you. The second time I took the bar, I didn't study like the first time I did. How could that be? I went over my notes for like 3 days, and I passed. So something was right in the first time. It was a true confession. But it did make me appreciate the fact that, you know, nothing is given to you unless it's earned. And to the extent that you have worked so hard to get it, it's because you deserve it. And it doesn't mean if you didn't pass the first time that you can't achieve something more. You appreciate it actually more, I think. So appreciate this moment. Appreciate the people who have supported you. And to those people who are your family and your support network, those are the people that you really need to be thankful of the fact that they stood by you through the dedication that you've had to give to what you've done and accomplished here. Congratulations to each of you for what you have done. Then when I think of Loyola, the one thing that has stood with me through, you know, practice of law is everybody who I run into who I tend to admire as a lawyer seems to be a Loyola grad. There's something that they teach you here in terms of the dedication. There's something in terms of its reputation for the practical experience that Loyola has always had, that you'll find Loyola alumni throughout this city and elsewhere that you can be proud of and you can choose to have as role models, and you can hope to emanate and then hope to bring someone else behind you that does the same. I'm very happy right now, for example, to have a third-year extern with me somewhere here. Where are you, Erica? I don't know where she is. She's hiding somewhere. Okay, who's working for me that I am so proud of. Just a couple of weeks, I try to tell her how to help me with the calendar, and she's on top of it. And I knew when I picked from someone from Loyola that they would have someone of that quality, so thank you, Erica. But as we look at moving on from what we're about to do today to the ceremony that we're about to do and the oath that you're about to take, you really need to think about the words that you're about to give an oath to. Take a moment to really look at it later and think about it. Because oftentimes we go into a profession thinking about the monetary gain that we might get from it, the job that we're going to do, but do we think about the obligations that we're also picking up, the reputation that we're going to have, and the people that we're going to have the opportunity to serve or not serve? So the contribution that we make to society, you find lawyers in so many aspects other than just the courtroom. So many of the people that I went to this school with are in various businesses, various occupations, whether it be political or elsewhere. And I know when I went to first-year law school, I thought, well, I really should know that if I buy a house, whether I'm a lawyer or not, from that property many things. Don't limit yourself. I, for one, found that sometimes opportunities knock that you never think about. I went into civil litigation, and somehow I ended up in a firm where the next mayor was sharing the elevator with me every day and got to know me. And somehow he put me on the police commission. The next thing I know, I'm running the chief of police of LA. What can I say? But having grown up in Los Angeles and had the experience of living here, knowing how the people in the community felt and dealing with the Christopher Commission reforms and everything that came to play there, I brought my life experiences to the table. And you need to bring your experiences that you've had beyond law to the table as well. Next, being Inspector General of the LAPD as well, and getting investigative skills that I transferred from those skills that I had as a business litigator and doing receivership and getting involved in those aspects of investigation. I used those skills there. I never thought the governor would call me up and appoint me to the bench, and here I am using my opportunities to do public service in a way that I never thought I'd get that opportunity when I was doing civil litigation and find myself doing criminal law. Learning a new field of law, using the skills that I learned here to research and learn a whole new field and figure out that you can learn something new and take on that opportunity. And similarly, getting involved in businesses and learning new businesses and how they operate and how to deal with that. So I think your law degree and now your bar passage, don't limit yourself. Find those things that you like, and if you tend to find that what you've studied for, the occupation that you pick, whether it's civil or criminal or whatever, is not the one for you, then make a change. Because you need to enjoy it to become the best person that you can. You need to put your skills to use in the best ways that you can, and always remember that you are not there just to serve your client, but to serve the greater community and the greater good. And no matter how many jokes they tell about lawyers, they do need us. Okay? So I am very, very proud of each of you here today. I know that your families are as well. If you're ever in my courtroom, I expect you to conduct yourself accordingly, so I will know you're a Loyola grad without you ever telling me. It was really a pleasure to be here to address you, and congratulations to each of you.